The stream. It's
April?
us. It's Saturday. It's Sunday. It's what is it? It's Saturday night, and we're gonna play some D&D. It's Panovo night, and our DM tonight is that guy right over there, Mr. McClancy, and he's gonna take over. And I'm gonna run the stream,
I'm gonna take over.
run my
All right, you
player.
go play with stream stuff.
Yeah.
So we find ourselves starting episode 7. Can you believe it?
Right.
Um, you're all in like Panovo land, like you're doing Panovo stuff. At the end of the last adventure, you had an encounter with some pirates. There was one called Ragnarok. You subdued him and handed him over to the guard. Um, you questioned him. You acquired some material and some coinage from the other pirates who were unfortunately for them dead because you killed them in the combat. And you then went back to your cottage that you rent to rest because you leveled up. Now you're all level 3. And so why don't we go around the horn and introduce our players, and we will start with Rag.
Hey everybody, Mate Kuda here, and I am playing Rag. Rag is a bearkin, which is a Panovo species, a cave keeper bearkin specifically, and he is a newly minted adventurer, and excited to be just, in the adventuring lifestyle and saving damsels in distress, and doesn't really know what he's doing, and kind of leans maybe a bit too heavily on the experience of his compatriots, whether or not they actually have experience, but is happy to be with the group and smash things.
Smash, nice. All right, why don't we move nextly to Just in Case?
Just in Case, being played by Diablo Bob. He's a artificer that loves to help out and does his best to be useful and helpful to the party, just in case.
Nice. All right, and we'll move on next to Ilios.
Ilios Melos is a Unikin, played by Spencer77, and that is another Panovo race, somehow connected to unicorns, and he is a scribe wizard.
All right, takes all the notes. All right, and then Dudius.
What's up, everybody? I'm Drake, and if you came to my stream accidentally, then you came to the good spot. But I'm playing Dudius, a level 3 cleric of Eo, the father of all, or creator. Another Panovo race is Celestian, which are like angel-like humanoids, and he is all about being like he thinks he's all about better than everybody kind of thing going on. And and if you saw Zoolander, which I kind of sort of did, it's kind of like that. Yeah. Hmm.
All right, so where are we? You're back in your cottage in the main part of town. You had been exploring the pier area, the docks. That's where you encountered the pirates. And to use an old term, oops, something's swirling around here. Give my map a second to load. What are the intentions of the party?
Let's see. I think we did everything that we were planning on doing in town, right? Before we head out.
Where were we
A
heading
good
off
amount,
to?
yeah. Well, you went back to your cottage. You still
Yeah.
haven't completely solved the mystery of the disappearing goods from the bazaar.
No, we were gonna go
You
check
had
out the
started,
ship, right?
yeah. So you have essentially two unidentified threads. One is you have the erstwhile pirate ship, which the pirates must have come from, and then you also in your loot found a key, but you don't know what the key goes to.
But the key was on the Ragnarok guy, right?
Yes.
And We think it might be a chess key or something, a smaller key, or
It is a key of the smaller size, but you don't actually know what it goes to.
That's right. We also made a deal with the enchanter to deliver something, and in like part of our reward for that is I believe a discount on the mana water or mana pool water
Yeah.
that we need. But we took a break, reported into the people about the bazaar security where we got our batches, and told them, hey, we have to go, do this important task real quick. So we're going to be out of town for like a day or three, and we'll be back. We're hunting down a lead on some. I think that's where we left off.
Those things all feel true to me. All right.
And then
So,
we're going to pick up the thing in the morning and head out.
all right. Pick up the thing. What thing were you going to pick up in the morning?
From the enchanter.
Yeah, the parcel to be delivered.
Yeah, the book.
it's a book. We weren't supposed to open it. We're supposed to read it. Something. I
Ooh,
forgot.
I got my first awesome essentials shapeshifted error.
Uh-oh.
Handling error string. Awesome essentials shifted shape DB Lua 58 and to concatenate local shape TP and a nil value. I'm gonna go with that. It's broken.
I blame it on Bob.
All right. Well,
I might have paused that because I was just typing in a disguise shape. I was just typed in the shift name and then clicking through the shape types. That's all I've done so far. So that
You
may have
broke
been what
it.
triggered
Okay.
it.
I blame it on John. Breaking Bob stuff.
All I did
kinda
was
is
click it.
Bob's fault, kinda that.
if anyone can remember and send me a message later on how to trigger that error, I can hunt it down.
I assigned that task to John.
I assigned that task to the stream
The
recording.
reminder. Yeah, there you go. It's right here. Marker. Wait, isn't that what they say?
Yes. Reminder for post game. Fix the thing. Okay. Reminder noted.
11 minutes
So,
and
where are we
20
going
seconds.
outside of town? Like, it wasn't far, right? I think it was only like a few hours or something.
That thing you
Was it like the round trip was like 3 days or something?
Well, we didn't want to miss the fair. So we need to make sure our timing is appropriate, because it'd be just like a DM to dick us out of the fair.
I think the plan was we were going to be back in time for the fair, because the fair
Back
goes on
in
like for a
time.
week, right?
Fairs are a pain in the butt for a DM, so absolutely.
Not if you run Happy Jack's Funhouse, then it's fine. It's fine. Just go down the slides, bitches.
Funhouse is not a fair. It's a huge difference.
Am I the only one who's
Wait, if you're breaking up and freezing up, then yes, you are the only one, because everybody else is fine.
We're all just still gabbing.
okay? Do you hear me okay, or am I
Well,
broken up?
well, you were for a minute, but I think you're fine now.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
I
All
think
right.
you had a solar flare.
Could be. Could be. All right.
So, oh, what kind of rations do we got? Let's check it out. For leaving town, we better have a few. Oh, I got 8 days worth.
Here's-
I'm good.
You're friends with the farmer, so you've been hooked up on rations.
Yeah.
That's
We
one of
also
the things you
downed
have
some
had.
healer kits.
Oh,
Yeah,
healer's
you went
kits.
to the healer kit depot and reloaded.
I have an
So
extra
that's
healer
a
kit in
thing.
case you run out of healer's kits.
Nice. We have a total of 4 healer kits.
There's no
Just
One
in
reason to bring
case.
potion of
healer kit
healing.
provision.
Making some gold, man. I got 67 gold pieces. I'm gonna be famous.
And rich.
What?
Rich beyond your
I could
wildest
buy
desires.
famous. I can buy fame with money. Just run for president.
Too soon.
Well,
Yeah.
I was quoting
Several days
Governor
too soon.
Brewster Millions, right? Brewster's vote none of the above.
Is
Oh,
this the
yeah.
gentleman who ruined the buffet at that Barrow Club this morning?
Okay, so I guess we're collecting the package and starting on our way.
Yes, that was the idea that I heard from y'all.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I think we got to go west.
You did. That is correct. Let's go back to the Clearwind map. So you would go out the gate by the docks where you were. Yeah, that one. And then you continue that road, and you have rough directions of where to go. It's a bit of a walk.
Is
No doubt about
cattle
that.
arch like? Is there a lot of cows and shit out there? Like, brrr.
Well, it's mostly where the like to the west of Clearland. What's really kind of northwest, due west of Clearwind is the lake, but to the west of Clearwind is where the grazing lands are for the cattle. So when they bring them to market, they come that way. That's how it got the name.
So if anyone wants to pick some shrooms, now's the time. Early in the morning.
There you go.
I think I've only gone once to pick shrooms, and I didn't know
Right.
what I was doing.
Just don't eat them.
Well, that's
Keep
why
on
they
it.
were getting picked, because people were gonna cook them and drink them and get hallucinogenic stuff. Yuck. Ugh.
Got it. Well, good to know.
Or kill themselves. Could happen.
All right, so you're gonna fetch the package and head out to the Wizard's Tower, which is a bit out of town, right?
You get some fresh produce for the trip. Some corn on the cob. I don't know.
Corn on the cob. That's a very specific ask.
Well, it cooks up nice in the fire. You just kind of leave it in the husk and you just stick it right in the fire.
Yeah, I do that. It's a good setup. All right, so you start heading out of town, and you do that kind of stuff, and you're following the road, and you come along the road, and something happens, because that's how this game goes. So let me put you on a map. Let me get a few things set up here. Let me clean up my map and remove a whole bunch of people from the combat tracker who aren't relevant for what's happening right now. Little housekeeping, sorry. So you start heading out of town. You're following a pretty, reasonable road. Starts going into the countryside. It kind of parallels the lake, but not, it's not always close to the lake. And then you come across, does this not work now? Can you not drag people onto the map anymore? Oh, they need to be in that. Is there some special trick to make you can usually drag the faction and drop it on the map, right? Didn't that used to work?
Bob's was hanging that up.
You should be able to. You should be able to grab the green thing and drag it to a map.
Yeah. It's not working right now.
So I just do each
not working now.
individual.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I am doing. It's annoying, that's all. It's a lot of clicks.
Well, wait till you have to do the bad guys.
I always wait to do the bad guys.
Bad guy should have been placed already. That's random encounter.
If it's a random encounter, it might not have been.
Yeah,
If nothing's random.
They have a quick map feature
Dragon.
now. D&D,
This is true.
They have a quick map feature now. You can just determine what quadrant you want them in, and it'll put it there all.
I haven't used that a whole lot.
Yeah, that is kind of handy.
I kind of either have them placed or I'm just scrambling at the last minute, so I haven't used the quick place enough that I think about it. I think I use it twice.
2 times is enough time. You continue on the road, and if I can get my windows to behave, I can actually move on with this little caper we're going to do. I got too many maps open. Where did my thing go? There it is. All right. I'm like almost ready to do this. But I can start by sharing the map, because that'll take a second to load. And you can adjust yourselves as you wish on the map a little bit on this side of the bridge. But you notice the bridge had collapsed but had been repaired.
You get tokens locked.
Yeah, 1 sec. It's intentional. Fish.
Have you changed the cohorts extension to the pets extension?
No and no.
Okay, so it's a recent change. It's now the pets extension,
Well, it used to be
Okay.
friend zone.
and it's.
I'll post
free.
some links in the Discord for some swap outs
And it's
that
free.
have happened recently.
So it'll allow me to
Handy.
mess with my pseudo dragon, control it and move it and stuff.
All right, I will. We'll get on that. So meanwhile, as you approach the bridge, you notice this on the other side of the bridge, like a true standoff encounter. You see this thing, and you may all roll initiative.
Ooh.
All right. You see this critter. It does not look happy to see you. It's on the other side of the bridge, but the bridge is easily crossable. It just looks a little funky. And Justin, you are first to act.
Justin's just gonna go ahead and cast Sanctuary on himself. And move up a little bit.
Move up a little bit. Helios.
I would like to know what I know about bone nagas.
Give me a, I don't know, lore, history, arcana, something like that. One of those type skills. You've never heard of them.
Okay.
I mean, you know what nagas are, but you've never heard of a bone naga.
All right, so this is clearly magical.
It's very hard to just be a skeleton without anything else. So you think magic is a good guess, yes.
Well, at least a moving one, yes. So I
Yeah.
don't think I can make it sneeze.
Well, if it does
You do
sneeze, it's
recall,
not
though,
likely
with-
to produce any boogers.
You do think it's unusual that you do find any kind of naga on an on-road encounter because typically they guard things.
All right, well, I'm not going to worry about trying to reason with this thing. I'm going to slide over to here so I can get a clear view of it.
Okay? That is clear.
And then it is within 120 feet. So I'm then going to cast my Jim's magic missile spell at it. Create 3 twisting, whistling, hypoallergenic, gluten-free darts of magical force.
Gluten-free?
Nice. All 3 of them hit. So
these are not regular magic missiles. They're some special kind of magic missile, huh?
correct. If I get a critical hit, they take 5d4. If I get a critical miss on any of them, they all hit me instead.
Ooh. Good thing you didn't critical miss. All right, you did some damage. Pseudo dragon.
All right, this thing he's going to drop. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Which is
You can also, I assume, fly over the gorge too.
there it is. 60 feet. Okay, so he's going to go right to here, and then he's
There.
also dropping down to be even with the bridge, maybe 5 feet below the bridge, so he's not inside of this thing. He's going to drop down here and then fly low underneath until he gets to here. So he will be
Evasive pattern.
and I can't change his altitude, but so he's about,
What-
like I
what
said,
altitude
about
do you
5 or 10 feet below the ground. He just wants to be out of sight of this thing so he cannot see it, and vice versa.
Okay, I'll put you at -5. That work.
And that's it. That's perfect.
You're kind of below the crown of the bridge. Close, but out of sight.
And I cannot pass. I shall not pass.
All right, Naga. Naga does a thing. So the Naga moves up because, actually, no, the Naga doesn't move up. The Naga targets Justin.
So it has to do a save.
He has to do a save.
Sanctuary.
Okay, what kind of save? Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay.
it can attack me.
See, you ruined it before you even rolled it. You said he has to do a save. I mean, if you would have said he has to
Good
fail
point.
it, then maybe you would have failed it.
To do an attack or basically to do an action against me, it has to make a save.
Well, no, you don't want him to make it. You want him to fail it.
Right.
You got to
Now,
manifest that failure.
Dice can hear. They have feelings. They know.
Well, you throw them away when they don't do
I
get
don't
good.
have
I just
access to
changed
move
my
the
dice to another
homunculus,
color.
by the way.
What are you doing with
I've
your
been trying to
homunculus?
move it
Say again?
next to me. I can't move the
Oh,
homunculus.
yeah, because I'm missing whatever thing I'm supposed to have is, right?
Pets.
Pets.
You want the homunculus with you? Like that? Behind
Yeah, like
you?
right next to me.
And I
Right
posted
there.
the links to
Done.
those 2 extensions in the Discord for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is just basically chilling next to me. So anywhere I go currently, it's
Yeah.
going with me.
Sounds good. Brag.
All right, and this part looks walkable. Is that right?
Yes. It looks
All right.
reasonably well repaired.
All
Like
right.
some
Well, I'm going
logs. Some logs.
to dash, run up and dash and get up to there. It's not exactly in a square, so I want to be next to it, but
So, you want, I should just move it into a square, right? I think
yeah,
it's just
just
weird because it's large. There we go.
down and maybe
Like
to
that?
the
That's what you wanted?
right just a little bit, but yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn because I had to dash to get here, so that's my action. Oh, for my bonus action, should I rage? Yeah.
Rage. Rage against the dying adult. Yes. Ooh.
As I am now large, just as big as him,
Large and large. Nice.
large and in charge.
Does your pants like rip like when you get big?
Hulk every time.
Hulk,
Well, he doesn't wear
Hulk
pants.
style.
He's just got extra long fur down there.
So,
I never wear pants.
Dudious, being a cleric of EO, and doesn't really like undead so much. This thing's obviously undead. Does he know anything in particular about it? Like from his mass studies in the
Give me
Religion
a
Academy?
religion or a arcana.
He went to
Yes.
school that day for Naga
Do you
Day.
remember reading something about this? You were in school on Naga Day. You were. So, as Ilios mentioned, Nagas are intelligent serpents that usually inhabit ruins and amass arcane treasures and knowledge. It is called an undead servitor. It has a spellcasting ability. You learn about that. Typically, they act as dictators, and they have a superiority complex. And they don't require air, food, drink, or sleep.
They sound like they'd make an awesome mount for somebody like me, but since it's undead, it's going to have to die. So he's going to move up in front of Ilios and
How
say,
would you
"Let's."
stitch up the saddle? I mean, fine.
It would be a lot of
Okay.
bandages wrapped around it, like a mummy saddle. And he's going to sacred flame on this thing. See if its dex is shitty. Uh, oh, I clicked it twice, like a moron. We'll use the first one. He made it. That's all I'm gonna do. Down arrow.
Okay. Well, new round, and the homunculus is first to go. Which,
The
if
homunculus
you,
goes on my
Skip turn.
my
yeah,
initiative, so yeah, skip turn it.
Skip turn, IO. Anybody can do that. I'll do it.
Helios.
Oh, I can't do it.
All right, so Dudius, who just saw these magical things come flying out of my hand, steps right in front of me. So I push him off the bridge, out of my way, so I have a clear line of sight.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Stab him with my horn. So I'll move up next to him.
He wants to protect you with
Okay.
his shield and his chainmail.
Does
want
Rag have a? Do I have a minus to hit this thing?
Yeah, it's a -2.
Sure, but is Rag's
But Rag's also
throw
large.
Rag is now a large size creature.
forever, or just when you
Just when I rage.
Nice.
When I get angry.
Okay. -2. All right, so this blast of light comes flying and barely misses Rag.
Dodged out of the way.
Doesn't go anywhere close to the Naga.
Judy says,
try moving
now,
over here.
if you wouldn't have moved, you probably would have hit.
Alright, as an action, I shall cast a Protector Eldritch Cannon, and the homunculus will be carrying it. It's a little, basically, little tiny flute for him to play.
Okay.
And then, since I'm not giving him a normal command, the homunculus just takes dodge action. But he can still move. I think it's like 30 feet, which is my movement. So me and him, he'll basically fly next to me. Up here.
Okay. You
And
up there. And homunculus can fly, or is just on the side here?
I believe it can fly. Hold on. There it is.
Yeah, it can fly 40. Yeah. Has a flying speed of 40, so yeah, it just flew over there. Okay. Sounds good.
I can't see it, but okay. I have to actually.
Oh, because it's on the other side of the wall. What I need to do is this, I think. Can you see it now?
No, I just targeted in the combat tracker. So I went ahead and just, as a bonus action, telling the cannon that it's holding to trigger, which gives me, Reg, and the homunculus and itself. But unless, they attack the homunculus and then the cannon. Tell it to basically fire. So we all get 4 temporary hit points.
Wouldn't the pseudo dragon get it as well?
If it's within 10 feet of the homunculus.
Yes.
Then yeah, it gets 4 temp as well. Like I can't. Sorry, hold on.
I got it.
Thanks.
Why are my characters always out of the range of the damn cannon? What? I don't understand.
Hey, you gotta come up
2
to the fight,
campaigns
man.
now. Oh, you're out of range.
We had a cannon in John's campaign. My character was always out of range.
Always
of the damn
elsewhere.
somewhere.
Alright, well, the Naga is going to try and charm Justin.
It has to make a save.
Oh, well, Justin saved anyway.
It's just he like wink at him and say, "Hey, you want to come hang out?" Like,
Okay, so yeah, it cast it, I saved, yeah. Otherwise, it would be able to do a different target.
Okay. That didn't work out for the Naga. Dudius.
Well, JD isn't quite sure if he wants to burn a bunch of spell slots on this thing yet or not, so he's gonna kind of move up towards the edge of the bridge, kind of looking at these logs and shit, and he's gonna chuck another Sacred Flame over there and see what happens. Oh, I clicked it twice again. Hey, this one will
Yeah,
give him
first one
some
failed.
radiant love though. Here you go. Oh, did that do anything?
Did Sirenscape?
Haven't heard any Sirenscape.
I'm
I
hearing
Oh wait,
hear it.
I
Sirenscape.
hear music. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't hear any chat triggers.
No, he doesn't have. He's never had chat triggers.
Oh, that's right.
All right, the rage in place. I'm gonna smash it with my warhammer. And
Well,
it
it's a hit.
for
Ooh,
maximum
big damage.
And that's all I can do at this point.
Pseudo Dragon.
All right, so the pseudo dragon is going to take a long way around, coming up around this bush as it's keeping low to the ground, but he's eventually going to end up in this square right here, and at the ground level. He's still flying, but he can be right there, trying to stay unnoticed and
Okay.
out of the way.
All right.
Let's see here, just chilling, and I can't pass.
Gotcha. All right. New round, Ilios.
All right. Once again, my party members are getting in front of me.
That seems to be their playbook.
Duck and cover.
Move over to here. And looks like they're doing a pretty good job. So I'm going to sort of tap into the pseudo dragon. It's going to use its reaction to try to just tap this thing as I cast Shocking Bolt. Shocking Bolt.
Hit.
There you go. A little bit of Shocking Grasp on it.
Damage done.
And you cannot take reactions.
Well, Dudius
Okay.
is just going to come
All right.
up and say, I like the idea of just smashing this thing with a warhammer. And he comes up and swings his warhammer at it. Unfortunately, I should practice a little more.
Whiff. All right. Homunculus goes with
Should have skipped
Gustin,
turn.
right?
Skip
Gotta
turn.
have the, skip turn.
Aye.
All right. Hold on.
I found it.
There you go.
Sweet. All right. So I'll pass it this time. All right. Bone Naga's turn. Bone Naga. It just goes for the old bite. But it's going to go against Ag. Rag dodged. How inconvenient is that? Rag, it's your turn. The thing tried to bite you. It missed.
Rag will return the favor, except I'm going to bite him with my
You won't be
warhammer.
biting?
You
Oh.
see, Scarlet Watch had a good idea for your bear just to wear a
He
kilt.
dodged too. A kilt?
Yeah, he can be a Scottish bear.
Too much of a skirt. Looks like I missed.
Justin. And the
If you go to the
homunculus.
3D view, you'll see what he's wearing.
I'll move here. The homunculus
Oh, I didn't mean to move.
will move there. After Reg stopped trying to
Ah.
teabag it.
All right.
Alright, let me just fix where you are, huh?
Yeah,
You got it.
right
Okay.
where I was.
2D view just has our tokens.
Oh, happened to. It's
just a
my
big
character.
token of you.
Token's in my camera token spot.
Yeah, remember he had issues with that?
Yeah.
Checking for me. I should have
So
a
the
thing.
homunculus will move to where my pointer is.
Here, I'll help you too.
The
There.
bone naga is
All right.
correct. So
Yep. As a bonus action, gonna pop him.
Bonus pop. Ooh, nice.
So we all have 10 temporary hit points, and then as a normal action,
I'm glad I came up front. This is kind of nice.
the normal action, I will
Kind of
look at
counts
the
as
bone
a
naga
kilt.
and be like, "Look at me! Look at me! Look at me!"
Pelt with a skull.
Let's see.
Athletic cup.
Belt buckle.
Oh, okay.
That was the one for winning the goat rodeo.
Riding the goat.
No, you had to eat it in 30 minutes or less. But everybody got a free T-shirt if you did it. Pseudo dragon.
Pseudo.
he's taking the dodge action. And passing turn.
Ooh, the bone naga gets to go first. Bone naga's gonna do a thing.
Or last, we don't know. I guess we technically know the start of another round.
Yeah.
Round 4.
Pseudo dragon yells something at Dudius. But Dudius saves. Oh, you guys are so lucky. Dudius, you got yelled at by a naga. Nothing happened, but you did not feel welcome.
Dudius will smash it with his warhammer again. Wait,
I was distracting it.
nice. Thank you.
That's
That-
it.
That'll work. Yeah, 10 points. Nice.
That was actual damage this time. Right, the naga looks a little upset.
He's like, this is pretty fun, Rag.
Rag's
All
like,
right.
alright, I'm up on that.
Let's make him more upset. Oh, come on.
Ducks out of the way of the warhammer. Pseudo
You
dragon.
just die.
It's really more fun when you hit.
Oh, no.
Don't you have like
Elbows Dudius off the bridge.
reckless or something?
Yes, I do.
He's also been targeted every time, so why would he want to expose himself?
I was targeted several times.
I was just gonna target
He's
it.
been targeted once.
He's totally.
Twice now. No, one.
And you have double the hit points as everybody else is getting targeted, so it's fine. It's
That's
fine.
true. And 10 temp hit points, so.
You're fairly buffed.
It's the Pseudo Dragon's
All right,
turn, by the way.
Okay, dodging. And passing.
Down arrow.
Can't.
dodge and pass. Can't. I
DM
got it
down
though.
arrow. DM down arrow. That's
Helios.
the key word. DM down arrow.
DM downer? What? Huh?
Alright, so
Down,
once again, the
down.
dragon's going to use its reaction to touch it.
Ooh.
Damage done.
And it cannot take reactions.
Nice.
See, nobody.
Do other player or
Hey.
other characters know that they can't take reactions?
Yes, I've told you this many times. How it. It's just a matter
You're
of
like,
do
"Look
you
at me."
notice that the dragon's shocking it? Paying enough attention.
And how often has Dudius actually listened to anything Ilios said? So.
Correct. Yep.
0.0% of the time, statistically speaking.
Well, technically, I listened. I just didn't hear. There's a difference.
It
Even
got
though
blocked on the way into one ear.
It is Justin.
nobody got hit, so I'm just gonna look at the bone Naga and be like, "Hey, Naga, your bone looks pretty limp," and distract him.
Matter, you got osteoporosis.
I had to.
Yes, next
scroll
time the
down.
expression is, I have a bone to pick with you, Bone Naga.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still distracting him. I couldn't think of it on the fly, so it took me a little like 6 extra seconds.
Got it. The Bone Naga cast Fireball! No.
Counterspell.
Nice.
You got blocked by bonus stat. Like someday.
Someday you won't have that bonus stat, and I'll be there.
Rag.
That day will never happen.
Oh,
Rag
finally.
hits.
Finally, all right, let's do this thing. Keep getting distracted by this homunculus on his tail.
Clunk. Ilios.
Playing a flute
Alright,
that's got a
well,
cannon or something. I don't know. What does it look like?
The dragon hasn't recovered its reaction, so blast of light comes flying toward it. Do I have a minus because of Justin?
No.
Okay.
Hits.
A little bit of damage, I think.
A little bit damage. A little bit. Every little bit helps.
And now he
Pseudo
gets
dragon.
his reaction back and dodges.
Okay. Dodging. Dudius. Up to you, Dudius. No pressure.
Dudius is swinging his warhammer. He's like, yeah, we got him on the run now.
Hits.
Smashing him for 9 more points.
Putting the Naga down. There's now a pile of snake bones on the bridge.
Dudius says, what was he guarding, I wonder? He starts looking around.
Sounds like you even asked the right question for a change. What the heck? Do you want to investigate the area?
Yeah, he's going to look under the bridge. Maybe there's trolls under there.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be very fun. All right, so you You want to explore around. All right, let me, I will unlock the map. Oh, that's like the wrong thing to unlock. Unlock the tokens. That's what I wanted to do. So, because you have creatures that fly, the creatures that fly can go down into the gorge if you want. Poke around.
My homunculus just staying next.
Yes.
They're gonna fly next to me and stay with me.
You want to use the pseudo dragon recon.
Correct.
All right. Pseudo dragon. Can you see the pseudo dragon or no? Let me just do this. Let me shut that off. All right. Do you see the whole thing now?
No.
Yeah.
How about that?
Ooh.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
all right. So you explore this whole area. You don't find any obvious tomb, cave, door, entrance. It just looks like kind of a old dried up riverbed or maybe a ground rift during like a earthquake type thing. But
Oh, like
you don't really see anything.
one of those magical things that was happening earlier. We did. Maybe we need Rag
No.
to do some more digging.
Yeah,
But I throw you in
go
the
get a
gorge.
shovel.
I would have to use a daily.
The short answer is find anything meaningful as you look around.
I mean, we could, if we could take like 10 minutes or so, whatever it is, we could always just do detect magic ritual.
We've got it, sure.
Yeah, I think I know how to do that.
Yeah, I got it as a ritual, so
All right.
Yeah, so do clerics.
Well, you have to have it
Oh, you have it
prepared.
prepared? Oh no,
If you don't have it prepared as a cleric, you have to wait till the next day.
right.
we can
Yeah.
just ritual it out of my house.
Ritual it.
All right. So
Ritual.
you ritual the magic. Is that-
Yes, detect magic.
All right. Give me a. I guess
Home where the buffalo
that.
roam. In the deer and- Good night, Christopher. He's already gone. He's sleeping already.
He's saying goodnight.
Good night, Irene. Um, well, actually, for you, give me a insight check when you cast your detect magic.
All right. I'll use my inspiration for that.
Okay. You're not feeling particularly inspired. Best roll was an 8. The detect magic only has faint glimmering uh, signs at Duggan's bone, nothing in the area.
We searched through the bones. Is there anything unusual in the bones themselves, or just
They kind of look like bones. You're not experts in naga bones, but they don't seem particularly unusual as far as bones go.
are there any that are particularly thin, long, and sharp pointed? I want to get a toothpick.
Yeah, there's a pose.
A magical toothpick.
Yeah,
A
you can find
naga
a
toothpick.
It
It
It's
gets
more like
Long as it-
residual magic as
it,
opposed to something
As long as it
active.
doesn't
But
poison me when I poke myself with it.
it's undead.
yeah, roll a Constitution save. No, just kidding. Uh,
Tudius is like,
All right.
well,
all right, and
apparently
so
this was just some kind of random encounter or whatever. Let's keep moving along.
Yeah, you can't discern the purpose of Naga guarding this bridge. But you also don't know exactly how the bridge might have been damaged. But there's nothing you can really see about it now, other than, the stonework of the bridge at the bottom of the gorge.
Well, detect magic will last for a little bit, so 10,
Okay.
10 minutes. So basically, for the next 10 minutes, I'm walking around.
All right, you're
With the
walking
party.
around trying to find magic. So you go on the road towards the Wizard's Tower, where you're delivering your book parcel.
Is he walking fast?
And you go on for more than 10 minutes, and the spell fades away.
Do we find any magic?
You keep going for another. You did any minutes? No. Nothing strong, right? Just the background magic and things like that. So you continue 10 minutes, the spell elapses. You go another 2 hours, and the road starts to wind up to this kind of stony, cliff-like area, which is where the Wizard's Tower is supposed to be. You're now a good distance out of town. And there's a fork in the road, which is where you're supposed to turn to go towards the Wizard's residence. And so you start going up there, and you walk for a bit, and you start going up this like stony, kind of rocky, outcropping cliff kind of situation. And what the heck is my little graphic here I want to show you? Where was it? Stand by. There it is. No, I didn't see it. And there's a few, like, you wouldn't call them mountains, but there's like pointed things of rock, right? So it's kind of a very rocky area.
Pointed things.
There's some very like rock hills situation, and you see off in the distance some wisp.
Some what? He broke up.
Oh, you see off in the distance some wisps of smoke
Wisps.
as you go through the sort of canyon area with rocks and like not mountains, but like hill-sized rocks shaped in a pointed fashion like a mountain peak, but it's not high terrain or anything. And so you can go up the path.
Does smoke look like campfires, or maybe it's a village or something?
It looks bigger than a campfire, but it is like something burning.
Bigger than a campfire, smaller than a village.
Correct. And that in between size, campfire and village, yes.
It's a long tent.
Maybe there's a wagon on fire. Let's go see.
So you
be a
keep
witch.
continuing
Fire
up the road. You turn around a bend, and wait for it. You see this,
Wow.
and there's a person off a little bit ahead of you. It kind of looks like the Wizard's Tower blew up.
Wait, we came all this way for that? What's happened? We better go ask why she did this.
Elios, is that normal for wizards' towers?
Not to that extent, no. They sometimes will have smaller if he's an alchemist or practicing new magic, but not to this extent.
Can we Celasta the person on the edge of the cliff? Is that a thing? Like,
Yoink. Instant death.
It's the last of them?
yeah, when you first start playing Celasta, that's the first thing they teach you is to shove somebody off a cliff.
Oh. It's a way to make friends with a neighbor. But there is a person there watching it burn. Small person. either a child or a halfling or something. You don't know which.
Hello? Duties kind of yell a little bit, try to get its attention.
So when you get a little loud, because that's like Dudius's core skill, this person who turns out to be a halfling turns around and says, "I can't believe he's gone. I don't know what happened."
Did you see him, Bird?
I was off gathering some supplies, and I came back. A huge explosion, and the tower's on fire. The fire is quite diminished now. It was much more intense when I first got here.
Did you leave something cooking on the stove?
No, the master sent me out to go get some mushrooms and berries. The road back yonder, and it points kind of the other direction, down to the left of where you are. He was working on the normal research that he was working on, and then all
So
this
he's still in
happened.
there?
I'm going to guess no one is alive in there. The fire was 3 times when I first here than it is now. This is sort of the remainder burning.
I mean, this is a hole, right? Blown in the side of the tower?
What
Yes,
could have made
but
what
there
could have
used to
made
be a
that
wall there.
explosion?
I've heard of this really high level spell called
Probably
Fireball. I think that was
magic.
what it was.
No way.
I'm going to go with magic.
Maybe he mixed the wrong chemicals. Well, should we head
Possibly.
back?
He wasn't really doing alchemy.
When did you say this happened?
Half an hour ago?
Do you have extra flammable stuff in there? Like,
Is there
how
any
long do you think
way
this fire's going to burn?
around or to the top, the upper levels besides this front entrance?
I mean, you usually go through the gate and then go up the stairs. The tower's walls are pretty hard to climb. Imagine a master thief or somebody might be able to climb it. Then the wizard would just zap them.
Is there a basement entrance?
Not that I've ever seen.
Is there a way to get through the top tower and down inside?
Not an obvious one. I mean, I always came and went through the main door. And the master had me go fetch supplies and
Do you have any
meet the
keys?
traveler carts at the road.
So I'm going to get as close as I can safely, up here, somewhere around here.
Okay.
And then I want to be, I only have 100 feet where I can see through his eyes. So I'm then going to close my eyes and send the pseudo dragon up
Alright.
to see if there's any windows. And just do a flyby and just zip through and see if you can see any windows, see inside any
Okay.
windows.
Yeah, so there's no real windows, but the pseudo dragon go up to the top, and there very much is like a doorway and the stairs down into the tower at the very top. The walls. I mean, there are a few small windows like here,
Okay.
just to kind of let light in, but they're more like tunnel, like tubes that would illuminate light deeper into a chamber inside. Kind of like the wizard's version of solar tubes.
Right.
Justin's gonna ask the halfling, what was your master's name?
So do I see any sign of life at all?
His name was the Master. That's
Mr.
what I called
Snody.
Master.
Who was the guy we were looking for? Do we have a notes? Notes? No, I don't. I suck at note taking. Bringing the book to this guy.
Bring
Right?
the book.
I didn't mean to click it. So I see. Does the dragon see any sign of life? I'm looking through his eyes. So do I see sign of life at all?
No. The entire interior of the tower, and the pseudo dragon can get a look inside of it. There's like 4 or 5 floors that are all destroyed and burned through. In fact, in the very center, the stone has melted.
Okay.
And then anything that was wood, because there's furnishings and there's some wood floors, and part of it there was stone. The stairs that went around the outer edge, and it looks thoroughly destroyed. There are a few things like the very upper level, that sort of small tower on top of the base. That doesn't look as damaged, but you can't quite see to it. Because again, not really super big on windows in this place. But basically, your conclusion is this thing blew up good. There was some major industrial scale magic accident here that destroyed this whole thing.
Yeah,
And the apprentice is just lucky they weren't there.
we know what he used.
The Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator.
Something just like that.
He's just like,
Oh, I'm going to blow it up.
he know.
Is it on fire?
It's on
So-
fire, yes, and it blowed up.
Does the pseudo dragon like come back and do we hear him? Does he talk? What? Is he telepathic?
I see through its
Helios?
eyes, and I telepathically speak to it when I'm not looking through its eyes. Yes.
So we're just standing around like we don't know what he sees. We're just like,
Standing around watching it burn.
And then I'll come back and I'll
Helios
explain.
is giving you the play-by-play.
I'll come
Anybody
back
got any
and tell you guys
marshmallows?
what I saw.
so
Sorry, what was that, Justin? Or sorry, Rag, did you say something? Sorry.
Rag asked if anybody had any marshmallows.
I have
They
corn
were
on the
posted in this
cob.
fire. The fire is starting to slacken. Like you can see, it's sort of burning out. It's run out of fuel, and so it's starting to diminish.
Can we get any sense of what is actually burning? Because typically, like, stone doesn't burn. So what is the fuel source?
Tires, it looks
That's
like.
a good
Look how
question.
black the smoke is. Looks like rubber tires.
Well, it was all of the furnishings. There were like some wooden railing. There was some wood material in the tower. I mean, obviously you don't know the full concept of it.
So it's like the
And
whole inside fell down and is burning down at the bottom, like all the guts and the wood and the beams and the rafters and shit is all.
Tapestries and who knows
Yeah.
what.
yeah, I mean, essentially, like what you're guessing here is that the floors were mostly stone, but like the stairworks, and there was like like a dumbwaiter type thing that was all wood, and that's all and is remaining of what's burning. So some interior structure and just accoutrements that were in the space, and then of course whatever magical ingredients, things in the stores, all that kind of stuff. That's all burning.
But we
the
don't see
cask
like
of
giant
bourbon,
barrels
that kind
of
of stuff.
barrels of oil or whatever on the bottom there piled up.
No, I mean there are a few remnants, like the metal rings of some barrels you see from the cooperage. But the fire seems in excess of the fuel. But it is starting to dampen down. Like
you
if it was just a
alchemist
bonfire,
fire
it wouldn't be this big.
500-gallon.
So what's the
barrel of it.
halfling's name? Did we talk to?
Let's ask him. Hey, halfling, what's your name?
What's your name, kid?
Apprentice.
Bob?
Bob, placeholder Bob? No. Yes, sirs. What did you want to know?
What's your name? I'm sure you've heard
Uh,
of me. I am Dudious.
I have not heard of you, Lord Dudius. But
Well,
I don't
you should
get out
have.
of the tower. The master kept me very busy.
Guess you got free time now.
I'm sure your master knew who I was. I'm famous.
Well, they called me Bright Spark before I started my apprenticeship with the master.
So what were you studying?
Fire! Fire!
How not to anger the master?
Yes, but what was your master working on?
Oh, he was researching some ancient rites and something about dragon's breath, and I don't know. It's all very complicated. I don't really read very well yet. Starting to teach me by letters.
I would safely say he was successful.
No damage.
He summoned
So,
dragon's breath.
Since
That does not
the
sound
master's been burned to a crisp in that volcano fire over there, doesn't that put you in charge now? Can we give him the book?
Are you the master? I don't know. He can't read.
Uh,
We didn't say he had to
I
read the
know a
book.
few
We just had to
letters.
deliver the book.
Do you tell him about the book?
I don't know who's in charge of the book.
I mean,
The book's knowledge.
I thought Ilios was in charge of it because he likes books.
Yes, I had the book.
I mean, is
Okay.
this where we're delivering the book?
That is the agreed upon address according to your
Did-
your WPS.
Okay. Then we'll be like, okay, we have a package for you then. Since you're in charge, please sign here.
I mean,
Package for you. Throw it in the fire.
Put it on
was
the
our
ground and take
agreement?
the picture.
Yeah, what was our
We
agreement?
delivered it
We
at
just
the
had
front
to
door.
deliver the book, right? That's it.
Please sign here.
We delivered
Well-
it to his apprentice. Ta-da!
Yes, the instructions were deliver the book to the wizard. The wizard's name was Eldrin Thalor.
So no, I'm gonna give it to the apprentice.
Didn't mention anything about apprentice, for or against.
Right, but doesn't it automatically become the master when the master dies? The apprentice becomes the master, right?
Well, we can ask the
No.
apprentice, was your master Eldon Tholdor or whatever his name is?
He said he didn't know his master's name. He was just master.
I believe I've heard them call them that before, but I was instructed first as the master.
This guy seems really
Other-
sketchy. Can I do some sort of insight to see if I can determine if this guy's telling the truth or not?
Sure, give me an insight check.
I don't know what to do with my tower. Too many windows open.
Sounds like a
All
push
right.
problem.
There it is. I found it.
You
Okay.
can- Found it. You do not believe he's making it up. You just think he's kind of a little confused and a little shocked that the place where he's lived for the last year and a half just kind of completely blew up.
Okay.
Would you like to come with us back to the town to report this?
Yeah, I have nowhere else to be right now.
So, did you find what you were looking for when you were sent out?
Oh, I did. I found some mushrooms and some blueberries.
Does he have like said mushrooms and blueberries?
He does.
Okay.
Are there any
There's a
other
couple.
apprentices that were out and about, or anyone else that
Yeah, was
resided
there
here?
like any family members or other staff?
It was just
and
me and the
stuff?
master in the tower. The master had visitors from time to time. Had a woman who came and tidied things up, mended clothes and things like that. But she only came once a week.
And today just didn't happen to be that day, right?
No, she came 2 days ago.
Well, how long do we think it will be until we can like get a little closer?
Well, the stone is very warm. The fire is now pretty much burned itself out. But the stone is still quite hot because, stone retains heat. And it was quite intense. So you can get closer.
Do we think it was a truck full of fertilizer or what? Any? Just looking at it, can we tell? Like, obviously, it doesn't look like a spell did this.
Well, when you get closer, you definitely tell.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Yeah, we can't hear anything you're saying.
Our stone kind of like say over here when you get like on the ground over there, it blew out and blew in your feet. You can't hear me?
Well, you're
Stand by.
breaking up. Now you seem steady.
Stand by.
Yeah, comes and goes.
Let me deconflict my problems here.
I blame it on a VPN. No, I'm kidding. Scarlet Watch gave you advantage like
All right, better, worse, the same.
an hour ago.
We heard you.
Better, worse, the same. All right, just switched audio devices. Maybe it's just this thing's acting wonky.
It's a lot clearer. It doesn't
Okay.
sound like you're closer to the mic now.
Actually, I'm farther away, but it's a different mic, so we'll figure it out. All right. Hopefully this stays cleaner. Don't know what's happening. All right.
So you're explaining like something got blown away or something?
Yeah. So the explosion definitely came from inside the. You see stones from the tower blasted across over in this area over here. So 100 feet away. There is essentially nothing left. So it's too hot to enter. But the entire interior, and you see, essentially in spots, it looks like.
You're still breaking up.
Oh, that's no fun. Well, how about we take our break then?
10-minute break? Yeah, we can do that. Let me get a timer going over here. $10:31. Is it 10 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes. With or without voice, we don't know. We don't know, but we're going to see you in about 10 minutes.
We'll see how it goes. I just disconnected and reconnected. I think it was Discord. I don't think it was my stuff.
Seems better.
All right.
We're back.
According to we're back. We're back.
Well, two of us are.
Half back.
I am.
I'm here.
We're full back. Hey, we keep changing players positions. All right. So we are back from the break. We are still in the mountain here, and you were talking to the apprentice Brightspark, and you were trying to come up with your next set of actions when the audio went to shit. We're past that.
So, your master was experimenting with dragon breath, huh?
He had a number of experiments going on simultaneously, but the last one he was talking about, he's very excited about, was something about dragon's breath. I'm sorry, did you guys mention you were delivering the book to them?
Yes.
He was very excited to get this book that you were trying to deliver. He thought it would help him greatly.
It's like, maybe he teleported away and he just had it memorized one time till tomorrow. And he's going to come back tomorrow and we could deliver it in the morning.
Maybe. I hadn't seen the master teleport before, but he was
You
been
didn't even
engaged in
know
his
his name,
research
little
very
kid.
intensely. No, I knew his name. I just wasn't supposed to use it.
Oh. Does it look like there's anything left of this thing? Like, now that the
No,
fires?
it's a burnout husk.
Do you know what the book was supposed to contain that he was excited about?
No, master never gave me details like that. Said I had to learn my letters before I had to worry about books.
I think it had the instructions on how not to blow up your tower.
That would be a handy chapter to have had.
I mean, it looks like a freaking surface to, or a air-to-ground missile took it out to me, right? I mean,
Yeah. You got hellfired.
Meteor storm? I don't know. Definitely a powerful spell or something.
Definitely is something.
So, how far away from town are we?
It's getting late. You're probably going to have to camp somewhere.
All right, so we
You,
start looking
you
for
traveled
like
pretty much all day.
we start looking for someplace we can like make some shelter, like in case it rains.
I mean,
or
Yeah,
whatever.
you saw
basically a hollowed out shelter with a campfire right there. Just saying.
I mean, we do have
that's
that.
that's preheated for the night chill.
I think we'll make camp over here by this smoldering lava rock.
You said the fire's mostly out. I'm going to go and see if there's any way through the rubble up to the upper reaches.
top?
You said there was the fire staircase coming down, but are we able to
Yeah.
get there?
So you can look inside. You can go over here and you can look inside more. I mean, it's like a pizza oven that got turned off, right? It's still the stone's still very hot, and it's probably going to remain hot for a few hours. You can look up into the tower, up like kind of up this way, and you can see sort of the hole where the stairs used to go that go up to the next section. But everything below it is gone.
So again, I'm going to send. I'll close my eyes and look through the
And the pseudo dragon.
Pseudo
Okay,
dragon.
so the pseudo dragon.
go up
I mean,
to it.
It's quite warm. Let's say it's like 100 degrees. temperature, but not unmanageable for the pseudo dragon. So the pseudo dragon flies in and flies up, can fly into the chamber above, basically using the cavity where the stairs used to be. Flies up into the room, and you see basically just a charred, empty space, where there wasn't as much fire, but it sort of had like the flashover of the explosion, so everything's kind of crisped up. But that was more like a bedchamber area for the wizard, like a personal quarters kind of thing. You see like a chest that seems intact, although it has ash all over it, and kind of little corners of it are charred. But it seems, and it's a small chest, maybe like 15 inches square by 20 inches across.
Okay.
And then there's like some bedding and other things that aren't completely destroyed. Anything that was close to the stairwell is completely torched. The things that are further from the stairwell are in various levels of charness. The floor here, when the big tower meets the smaller tower, was way thicker, and so you think the thickness of the stone insulated some of the blast, so it didn't affect the upper chamber here. And kind of there must have been like a wall of fire that came through.
Okay.
And there are there's a few personal effects, clothing. There's a half-burned book, kind of by the bedside table area and things like that.
I'm also
but really, the
for
only
either
thing that caught
charred
your eyes,
remains or a live person.
There were neither of those. The only thing of real interest is this chest lockbox kind of thing. That was mostly metal with some wood, accents.
And a half charred book next to the bed. Wait, no, I got it. Yeah.
All right, I'll come back out.
2024.
Yeah.
Leave him there and just come back to my senses. To
Okay.
what was the race of
Like
your
Pathfinder
master?
The race. He was a halfling like myself.
Why is
Right,
such
now
a
go
little
back
guy
into
need
the
such a
dragon.
big tower?
Is there any other way out of this room?
Only from the roof. Or teleporting, I guess, because you thought you might be able to do that.
And I have a pseudo dragon has a strength of 6. Is he able to lift this chest?
No.
Okay.
It outweighs him. Like, how much does the pseudo dragon weigh? Like 20 pounds? It's definitely heavier than the pseudo dragon by a good amount.
Okay.
Like, the bearkin would not have a problem lifting it.
How
Make it
about
to it safely?
How about
No.
how about
Unless you can fly.
How about the Celestian with celestial wings and a strength of 16? Could he lift it?
How much can you lift flying?
Just as much as I can lift walking.
And how much is that?
Doesn't answer the question.
Oh, where's the stupid carry? I can maximum lift is 240, lift, push, drag 480.
Yeah, you think you could carry it.
I mean, I'm assuming that Ilias knows that duties can sprout angelic wings and fly, right? So he would
Does now.
tell. Well, he's seen me fly around before.
Yeah. No, you figure you could get in there and potentially grab it based on the description. Like, it's a little bit of guessing. It depends how full it is. But it seems within the range that you should be able to carry and fly away with.
It's a daily, but he's got 2 uses, so he'll use one of them.
Okay. All right.
It lasts an hour too, so.
Yeah. All right.
40-foot movement.
40-foot movement. All right.
So yeah, he'll fly in and try to pick the thing up first. If he can't pick it up standing, he ain't gonna try to fly with it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Let me do some math here and figure out how much it weighs.
He has some rope and stuff. He could even like lower it down if he needed to, unless it's over 500 pounds. No, he doesn't have any rope. Does anyone have any rope?
Yeah.
Rag has some.
It's regular rope.
You're welcome to use it.
500 pounds.
Yeah, hemp. 50 feet, 10 pounds.
I don't know how far we have to lower it though.
How much do coins weigh?
10 coins.
0.02 of a pound.
Huh? Say again?
0.02 of a pound.
0.02 of a pound. Okay.
Yeah, 50 of them weigh 1 pound.
Yeah, 50
Got it.
a pound.
All right.
Coins weigh the same though. That's what's weird, right? 50 gold coins is really small coins compared to 50
Well, you
copper
can change it. You can change that in the
Well, no,
campaign
that's
settings.
raw though. That's
Yeah.
just raw.
You can have giant copper pennies and little itty bitty tiny gold pieces.
Well, I always imagined they were different sizes.
It could be different shapes. You could have little triangle coins.
The water Davian coins are all kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right. So you're able to lift the
with holes
chest.
in the middle.
The chest itself weighs about 50 pounds.
It's like, sounds like there's coins in it.
It definitely feels like there's coinage in there. You don't know what else might be there. It is fairly heavy. You don't know how much of the weight is the chest and how much is the contents.
He'll move some stuff around and search the area pretty thoroughly too before he flies back down with the chest. Just to make sure no little halfling got blown into a shelf unit somewhere.
Yeah. You don't see any signs of life or even much
death.
of someone who had been there. You know, it's basically a bed chamber that was half destroyed by fire. Doesn't look, the bed was made, doesn't look like any was in the room when it happened kind of thing. Right?
There's no like halfling imprint on the wall, like chart where there's not a char mark.
There's no like smoke shadow of a person.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, he'll grab the chest and fly back down.
Okay. All right. So you grab the chest, you fly back down, you rejoin your party at the base. You now have this chest, which is locked. Didn't open when you were moving it. It's kind of a square-looking thing.
Hey, what's the chance that Ragnarok has a key to this chest?
All right, you take out your little key, and it looks like a completely different situation.
Ah.
Well, I mean, after we set up camp, like I could try to jimmy it open.
Got a universal lock opener. Hold up my warhammer.
I have thieves'
What?
tools and
Wonder
the
if
ability to
banging on
use
this chest
any
is what
tool.
blew up the tower. It's the only thing that survived.
Do they do that?
They can, yeah.
Rag's looking nervous.
So sorry, what are you gonna do to the chest?
We're gonna talk about how we could smash it open, but it could blow up, or we're just gonna wait till the morning when the
No, he said Justin's going to use his thieves' tools.
Yeah, I can lockpick it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna had to wait till the morning to do something. Yeah.
All right,
No, I was just
try
saying,
and
like,
Yeah, I think
Alright.
there's a lock on it. Look.
lockpick it.
all right. Let's see here. Trying to find the skill. Sleight of hand,
And
I'm
it's
You
guessing.
sleight
can
of
hold
hand.
a.
Yeah.
I could cast light on your lockpicks. Maybe it'll help you see a little better.
Okay, you want to help me with it?
I
I
could
mean,
really buy a
guidance?
I don't
chisel
have.
in case I need
I'm
to.
not trained in lockpicking, so
Yeah, but if
I
you
can
hold the
hold a light
light and you
source
kind
or
of
something. I don't know if that qualifies as advantage, but
Use guidance.
I do have guidance. I can do that. Why don't we try that?
Only I had a
guidance on
cleric
me.
in the party.
I think I even have it hotbar.
Okay. Okay,
Uh,
if you can cast guidance on me and help me out with this.
shut up.
All
Are you
right.
actually helping me out, or are you just not?
I'm casting guidance. That's my action. I can't help and cast guidance.
Oh,
I can
okay.
concentrate for a
Well, then
minute on
I
it,
mean,
though.
I can try
I
to
guess.
help you, but I don't know that it's going to be any help.
the difference is advantage or not advantage.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not the
So,
player's call.
I,
Yes,
I'm not
you have
trained.
advantage. I
I'm
don't.
not proficient in sleight of hand, so.
yeah, I'm not proficient in it either, but
Well, you are successful. The lock goes ka-tink
Yay.
and pops open. And you can all roll a death
Rag
save.
shields himself really quick.
Death save? What are we?
Nice.
Third edition again? Or what happened? Second? What is death save?
Yeah.
Second?
Yeah, death saves.
Uh,
Save versus instant death. The
you
Bodak
have,
looks at you.
The
if you
game
look at the party
guidance.
sheet, you've loot. So you open the chest, you spend some time counting it. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Wow, look at all the coins.
Ooh.
The chime.
Hey, now we don't have to pick locks anymore.
There's a chime that's magical, a dagger that's magical.
They're all
Well,
they all
our characters don't know
appear
what they
identified
are.
to me. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but our characters don't know what. That's kind of why.
That's
I
a
will take
lot of
1
gold.
minute and identify each one.
Nice.
Okay, so you
necklace with a
ritually
chest.
identify the chime of opening and the dagger +1.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like me to distribute the coinage?
Might as well clean it up.
Yep.
Coinage distributed.
Wow. Okay.
No.
Is the necklace magical?
It is not.
Listed as an art object.
Do you guys mind
Who's
if I
our-
take the chime of opening?
Who's our party? No, who's our party lugger carrying the loots?
Rag.
Rag would carry them if necessary.
Well, I mean, it's not because they're heavy, but you also got to do.
yeah, I've got them marked in my inventory.
Yeah,
as party.
you got to do the tracking of it too.
Yeah, I got that.
Gems and jewelry. Well, I suppose if your master is dead, we should probably say a few words. I wish to perform the ceremony ritual, just in case.
What ritual do you want to perform?
Ceremony, you know.
Ceremony. Okay.
It's a religious thing.
We're in the money ceremony. We're in the money. We're in the
We're in the
money.
money. It's
I mean, if no one wants a dagger +1, I'll take it.
yeah, I don't see.
Are you going to use it, or should
yeah.
we just sell it?
We could probably sell it.
I mean, it's always nice to have something magical until we have more things magical, just in case we come across a creature that can't be damaged otherwise. We don't have silver weapons.
Werewolves jump out of the bushes, be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
somebody stabbed me
Werewolves
with
of
a silver
London.
dagger."
So I can take the dagger until we have an alternative weapon.
Sounds good.
If no one minds.
Yeah, it makes sense that the guy that can stab the hardest should have the stabby weapon.
Stabby stab.
That'd be all right.
It's still in the party sheet though.
No, it isn't. Okay.
There was a problem with the cloud service connection. I
Uh-oh.
think you're all getting dropped from the
Drake
table.
and Sven dropped.
Yeah.
Probably all of you will eventually.
Yeah, it's subject to the timeouts. But Rag did get the +1 dagger.
He's like, I can barely hold this in my paw. It's too tiny.
Yeah, but now you have a good toothpick.
Get the back teeth.
Jab your fangs with your dagger.
Yeah. I prefer my Naga toothpick.
Should I
Added
try
that
to get
to my
back on the
inventory.
table, or?
Spencer's reconnected.
I haven't logged out.
Attempting resolve connection to server. Acquiring file list. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm logging in. So, I think we're gonna camp here. Somewhere nearby.
Okay. Nearby or in the shell of the tower?
Near the shell of the tower.
Yeah.
Nearby.
Like...
Okay. Out in the flat there.
Have the dragon go up and
Yeah.
see if we can find any books at all. From any of the entrances, any of the little windows or anything.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I
any
mean, there
books
was
of any
one
kind.
book that was half burned, kind of on the nightstand of the bed, because it was more than 451 Fahrenheit in there, so it's paper spontaneously combusted.
Is that a fact? Like,
I don't know.
451 Fahrenheit paper spontaneously combust? Is that like?
Isn't that Ray Bradbury's book?
That's the whole
when it
reason the
catches
book
fire.
title was. Yeah. Fahrenheit
Oh,
451.
okay.
Yeah.
As the temperature of paper catches
Paper
fire.
combusts.
Yeah. Anyway, so the book on the side of the bed, it's half burnt, but there are some pages. If you want to fetch it, you can do that. You want to have
Yes. I'll have him fetch it. If he can't carry it, he'll drag it to the hole and drop it down to me.
So Pseudo Dragon retrieves the bedside book, and it is not a magical book. It's a book of lore.
Perfect.
And it definitely is talking about dragons and the history of dragons and fun facts about dragons in the part that you can see. But the book is not in great shape because, well, it caught on fire.
Okay.
And You kind of think that maybe all the oxygen got sucked out of the room, and that's why it stopped burning. And why there's some of the things in that room are still preserved, where in the rest of the place it all got torched. So,
Can you reshare
all
that?
right, temp to camp. Sorry, what do you need? Reshare the map.
I think Drake is looking for the map.
I was looking for it. Tower. It's called Tower.
Yeah, it's just called Tower. I reshared it.
I just have it. It's cool for the stream too.
Yeah, I mean, visuals are good.
So
I like visuals.
we're gonna try to feed Bright Spark and see if he can spill any more information as we set up camp and try to get
So
all the
he
rest.
gives you a little background on how he became the apprentice for Thalor, or Eldrin Thalor. Kind of his duties of being an apprentice, which were a lot of gophering. Go for this, go for that, kind of fetching. One of the floors destroyed in the explosion was definitely a library, and you saw no remnants of books. The workshop was kind of in the middle, where it looks like the explosion. So it was doing something, and the explosion went off. Bright Spark doesn't know that much about what the wizard was researching. He doesn't know much about how the wizard made his fortune and came to own the tower. It was sort of like the wizard just always been here. And when he showed signs of magic, his parents went to talk to the wizard here, who didn't really take kindly to visitors, to be honest. But decided maybe honest earlier. Right goes, once a quarter, spends a week with them, but otherwise he's in the tower working for the wizard and running whatever errands are necessary. And the apprentice also deals with all the other domestic help and needs, like meeting the grocer who delivers groceries and things like that, because the wizard really doesn't leave the tower much. It's kind of your quick recap of things.
But the
Oh,
wizard was excited to have this book delivered. He knew that.
Yes, he knew he was eagerly awaiting a delivery any day now from the merchant, wizard in back in Clearwind.
Was there any visitors lately other than the cleaning lady?
He had a few packages delivered in the last few weeks, but that wasn't that unusual in itself. One of them was very heavy. One of them was a cask, so some kind of liquid. They didn't go into the larder for the household store, so they weren't food items.
What was the wizard's name again?
Elder.
Elor.
Master Blaster. Oh.
Put it in chat. That was the wizard's name. You're pretty sure it's appropriate talking about him in the past tense.
What was his name?
Yes.
My theory still holds. He could have teleported away.
So I guess we'll talk to the apprentice and say, hey, when we go back, yeah, you should definitely come with us. Let us know, or let the merchant guy know that we did show up to deliver the book, and kind of give him your report on possibly what happened. stuff
Okay.
like
It-
that.
Could you sign some paperwork for us too? That would be nice. Elios has a magical pen. He could write some stuff up for you, and you could sign it. That we made the delivery.
Like an affidavit of we delivered, customer wasn't home, there was no home left for the customer, something like that.
No,
Customer is no more.
we did not deliver it. There is no affidavit. I still had the book. We returned the book from when it came.
I say we read the book now that we can't deliver it. What do you guys say?
It
Did you
may
ever
give
say
some
not to read it?
clues.
What's that?
Is the book sealed?
Yeah, we're not supposed to read it.
Locked.
I remember them telling us not to read it.
Yeah, the book was closed and locked.
Okay, yeah.
It had like a metal band with a lock on it.
Will the key that we have
Hey.
open up the book?
This key
The
that
lock.
this pirate had randomly
Universal
opened this
key.
lock. Or
Yes,
maybe the
the
chest.
the key that you are in possession of is too large to lock on the book.
What's going to happen is we're going to be standing in front of this lock and not remember we have this
We'll
key.
have no clue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
is kind of the idea, yes.
Chime could open it.
It's gonna be like the name from the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Every room we go into, we're gonna check the key.
Yeah. Whatever that name
Where
was.
the DM is gonna be annoyed. Is it the key work now? Does the key work now? Does the key work now?
No,
What was that word?
No.
The one in Thay, you had like all these keys that open all these doors too. You had to keep
Oh
track
yeah,
of.
those stupid black keys and white
Yeah.
keys and yeah.
We are not going to bother the integrity of this book.
So I guess
I will
we
not allow
camp out
anybody
for
to
the night
screw with it.
and head back in the morning.
Sorry, but what was it?
So we are not going to bother the integrity of this book. I do not expect
Okay.
you plebeians to understand such thing, but trust me, leave it alone. I'm not going to let anybody mess with it.
All right. You're the guardian of the book now. Got it.
He puts it under his pillow.
All right.
See, don't touch it. What do we got? Party watch? Order?
Just I'll
That looks
take
good.
the first one to set up the ritual alarm before he heads to bed. When the next guy wakes up.
Here, let me help you
Okay.
with that alarm spell. I cast guidance, see if it helps. No.
It's a ritual.
No.
It worked.
I just wanted to be
And
Alright,
part of
good.
as
something.
usual, I bring up my unseen servant, and they do most of my work, my share of the work, setting up camp and stuff.
All right. Let me do a little setting up of the setup.
Judius
Rag is
doesn't even
playing
have
with his great axe, getting used to
he's got
swinging it.
a bedroll and a blanket. He doesn't have a tent.
Okay. You want to set a order on the party sheet of where you let's do it that way.
No,
Oh, Ilios would want to be first or last, if possible.
well, Justin likes to be first, so you could be last.
Yeah, I normally go first to set up alarm.
All right. So the order is Justin, Rag, Dudius, Ilios.
Okay.
That work?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you attempt to rest with the watch. The keyword there is attempt. That's one of those game master tricks.
In rolling a
All right.
dice, so it looked like you actually rolled something is another trick too.
Yeah.
Pretending to
So
roll for a random encounter.
Or actually, Justin, why don't you roll a d20 for me? You can do it in the clear. All right. We get through Justin's watch uneventfully.
Yay.
And now Rag can give me a d20. We get through Rag's watch uneventfully. And then Dudious. All right, Justin, also roll a d20, even though you're asleep. All right. And we'll go on to Ilios. All right, you get through the night, but when Justin awakes, Justin feels fatigued.
Oh, I'm exhausted, guys.
Exactly.
We need to go back and get that blessing.
So Justin has 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, we kind of didn't make it out here in time. I guess we're gonna have to renegotiate our deal.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm going to spend
All right.
most of my time transcribing this half-burned book. I have 3 empty books in my backpack. I'm going to spend most of my time on the watch doing that.
All of our temp hit points are 0 because we rested.
Doesn't a long rest
He didn't
drop
push
those?
the long rest, so
Oh,
it would, but he hasn't pushed it yet. So
Gotcha.
Oh, I will do that mechanism. Remember how these things work eventually. Rest, long, go.
all
Boom.
right.
Now, hell, have all long rested.
Level up.
And then
you
you
have to
All right.
reapply that exhaustion.
exhaustion, yeah.
Only
Oh,
need
yeah.
1,439 more experience points to level up.
Oh, we forgot to kill the halfling before we took long sleep.
Oh yeah,
Get the XP.
2 XP.
Let me actually add him. What?
It's only worth half the experience, though.
But all right, here we go. All right, I'll put him on the combat tracker so we can keep track of his ass. All right. So, what we're going to do here is I'm going to share a map that isn't exactly what we want enough. So it's not quite as steep and mountainous as this makes it appear, but you are kind of in the hillside path. And so you're kind of in this area. There aren't you're not as pinned in as you want. So if you want to go onto the rocks to the south of you, we'll just consider that just slightly difficult terrain, but not elevation.
Off the beaten path.
Yeah. Like the Rocky Plateau situation. that, you see this thing. The only way to describe it is as a thing. Give me 1 minute here. Set up something. And oops, why is it not doing what I want it to do?
I didn't mean to click that.
I didn't mean to click that thing. You see this shadowy looking thing. If I can drag it onto the map without moving the map, I'm having, what the heck's going on here? Alright, what the heck? There it is, alright. You see this thing over there, which looks like this.
Nice.
And it basically looks like a humanoid constructed out of darkness. And you may roll initiative.
Now I have advantage and disadvantage on my initiative.
The dragon got 15.
Okay. 15. Oops. I just gave him 15 hit points, not an initiative at 15.
Should be 10. 10 hit points.
His hit points were. Yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, that looks better. So, Justin, you first asked. You see this shadow looking thing over in the yonder distance.
Oh crap! What's that, guys? And then I, as an action, pop my Eldritch Cannon.
If only we
And
had a
it's my
paladin, we could see if it's undead or not.
Homunculus. As a bonus action, gonna pop the ability.
Alright. Boom, nice roll.
Thank you.
This thing flies right up to here, and it targets Justin.
Oh! Why does everything immediately start attacking me?
You look like something that should be attacked. And it does some necrotic damage to you, of which you absorb with your temporary hit points. And the apprentice wizard, he doesn't really know that much, but he does know, like, probably shouldn't be attacking people that he's friendly with. Not quite fireball, but does do firebolt. Because, has that apprentice skill, and it goes flying off into the hinterlands. Rag.
All right. Well, Rag is going to take a swing at this thing. First, he's going to rage. And
Shoving everyone off the cliff. Ah! No.
yeah. Just the pseudo dragon. You can move the pseudo dragon a little bit north. As
Pseudo dragon flies anyway.
yeah. And then he's going to take a swing at this
Oops,
thing with
sorry.
his great axe.
So the 2D version, you're now has your correct thing, but now when you made it bigger, it is now 20 feet tall. 25
Nice.
feet tall.
That's a hit.
Roar.
Perfect.
It was correct. Now it's just insane.
I love it. Ooh, he's resisting. Don't like that.
Resist-
If
Okay.
only you had a
Resistance.
dagger. That was magic.
Well, now I realize it resists, so now I can use a dagger.
That's right.
Pseudo dragon.
I didn't know that before. I've never fought one of these things.
Alright, Pseudo Dragon's gonna do what it does. Gooch. Maybe. Oh, I forgot I can't move it. He is going to fly down into this thing, zip up. Gotta move
Okay.
that. There it is. Zip up, come along the ground, and just sort of try to be sneaky. Get up to there
Okay.
and take dodge action.
All right. Mind and dodge.
Wrong button.
I need
And effects. Dooge.
Dooge coin.
That's it.
All right. Helios.
All right. Well, not only is he in front of me, but he's now towering in front of me. I'm going to move. Kick the homunculus out of the way. And all my cool spells need real things, not these little dorky stuff. There's no room. So you said we can move up next to him. I mean into this area. So I'm going to go.
Yeah.
3,
Just assume this is all flat. So if you wanted to go
4, 5.
down there, you can definitely do that.
One more
Yeah.
around here to my dragon friend.
Yep. No problem.
And you see, as I walk, I'm sort of holding my spell book, and then it floats next to me, and as my hands ignite, and I'm going to try to touch this thing.
You touch it.
Nice.
And do some fire damage.
And it's resistant, but you definitely feel that you have damaged it some.
So I have an ability. Well, I'll wait till next turn and I'll ask you. I'll look up, do some research, see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Dudious.
Dudious is going to move over, get a decent line of on this guy. And
Alright.
he's
Line of sight him.
gonna call to the power of Eos and use his inspiration to give himself advantage on guiding bolt.
Ooh, guiding bolt. Do some radiant against some darkness, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
Critical hit.
Critical hit. It's
All
gonna
right.
make
Target
a
must make a
con
successful DC 10 plus your level.
For an
Con
additional
save.
D12.
Okay.
DC 13. Oh, nice.
It
Failed.
had 9. It failed, so it takes
it's
an
gonna
additional
take
Drake,
D12.
roll your
another
D12, add it to your modifier.
Yeah, I
then
was
do
already
the...
dragging it.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
guiding bolt.
Damn.
Is vulnerable.
So
You, the shadow knows nothing is now vaporized into a radiant cloud of nothing.
he's like, that's what
In
I
your
think of
general
shadows. Ha ha. He fluffs up his collar.
You should try casting that spell more often, man. That one really worked.
It only does really good on shadows, though. So if we got more of them, I can memorize it more than one time. Oh, I need to mark that spell slot off.
Good job, Ben.
Oh, and that's all I'm gonna do. Oh, it's my turn again.
Well, you are now out of combat because you just vaporized a shadow in a blast of radiantness.
Oh, and he has this, and whoever attacks him next has grant advantage, just in case.
Just in case.
When we're out of combat, I'm going to use, another bonus action to basically try to max out my temp hit points until we get in combat, since it lasts for 10
Okay.
minutes.
I think we are all
Did
maxed out, aren't we?
did you
Oh, it's just
notice that you exceeded the hit point damage by 51 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that we know.
It only had one hit point left.
Nice.
That's how it always goes, right?
I figured Duty's burns a
Yeah.
spell slot and an inspiration on one hit point and does 50 points of damage. He's like,
At
so
third level, that's pretty
overkill. So overkill, just like Duty's would be like over the
You
top.
think we used enough dynamite, Butch?
He's like, aha!
Everybody else is like, I got this. We're getting in formation. Duty's like, I got this. Just
So,
I'll
Ilya,
take
give
it.
me a history or arcana check of choice.
Okay.
For who?
Well, that was a 23. That's pretty good. So you have this recollection that shadows were much more intense than that. And this
Okay.
one seemed like a pretty lightweight one.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was a lesser shadow. Just by the by.
Well, you also
So you had your little.
you also have Dutyus that's talking it up. That it was a powerful shadow. And it should go down in the history books that I slayed him with my magic.
I fought the law.
He always says we should have a bard in the party to tell stories about him, but
You can get the homunculus to try and sing your praises.
he's trying to get the halfling, but the halfling
The
doesn't have nothing
monster's
to do with
probably
him.
taking this guy out.
Keeps running
Yeah.
away to the bear.
All right, so you're out of combat. You can start heading back towards town.
Again.
All right. 10 minutes later, Eldritch Cannon goes away.
Okay. You go.
Okay,
You
just take
exceed
10.
10 minutes. You get back to the main road. You head more back towards town. You walk a little bit more, and you come back to the bridge where you got the Naga. And the bridge still looks in good shape. Doesn't look any different.
We
There's,
want to
still signs of the struggle from the other day.
we want to cast detect magic again, just in case we missed something the first time. I'm kidding.
I could ritual cast it again, just in
Shut
case,
up.
something else was disturbed over the last,
Um,
overnight.
Hey,
Why not?
is the docks on our way into town, or is that actually in town? Like to check out that ship?
Yes, it's on the way into town.
Wow.
So if you get to the edge of town, right? So you're coming from the west road. You'll come towards the cattle gate, and then the docks where you were just south of the cattle gate. So you go right by them, basically, on your way back into town. And that's where the wizard merchant was anyway.
We might as well look and see if the ship that we were looking for is there.
We could do
Ragnarok
that.
ship.
We
What
want to
was the
drop
name
off
of
the
it?
apprentice first.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll take it back to the guy.
Taking a
that,
civilian into combat.
I'm also going to
I
drop
thought
off
he
the
was
book.
just following us around. I didn't know we were delivering him somewhere. Where is he supposed to go?
We're delivering him and the book back to
The
the
book.
The
merchant.
original. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if we want to get paid and get rid of this
You like-
curse, because I'm feeling exhausted. I'm a little freaking cranky right now.
You hangry.
I was thinking we could just tell him we delivered it. Would they not know?
We have a witness here that we'd have to get rid of if we want
Yeah.
them to believe that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
if we
we're
bring
not
the
doing
kid back,
that.
he knows we didn't deliver. This is the plan.
We
Yeah,
can
the
report we
kid
didn't
can
deliver,
tell us
that it was
why.
undeliverable.
I mean,
We
the
showed
truth
up to
is
the
always a
location.
good thing, I suppose. What's my alignment? Just. I think it's Katica.
Sideways. That's what your
Chaotic
alignment is.
greedy.
Yeah, Katica. Okay.
Chaotic green.
Suppose the truth should be somewhere there.
For the greater good.
Is that a puppy up there? Up there?
Just happy to see you.
Dogs don't understand pointing. You were eating potato chips.
All right. So you get back into town, and you're now back in the village. Yeah. Okay. Making sure the line of sight stuff's working right. Okay. And you recall that the wizard shop is up here. The entrance on that side.
Fuck.
So we start headed there.
Okay, token should be unlocked.
Let's stay together. Don't split the party.
I can't move the dragon.
I guess the DM's in charge of all three NPCs.
Yeah, I'll move these guys.
Up here, right?
But yeah, sorry. It's up here, and the entrance is on the north side, far side. Switch back from ping mode to move mode.
I mean, if you want, you could probably take the pseudo dragon and the homunculus off the map, and then just like if we need them back, you can drop them back on.
Okay, yeah.
Just
Oh,
that way, you only have to worry about one NPC versus like dragging all three.
yeah. That.
Just trying to help out.
Appreciate it.
Bragg, don't fall behind.
So
Following this guy.
looking up something.
Remember, we're escorting this guy.
You getting an escort again?
Well, I mean, not everybody has pirate friends.
Yeah, you gotta actually look good to get one of those.
Was it this tour? Or this tour?
Yeah.
This one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, it was that one.
Apprentice is with us.
He will be momentarily. Yes. I'll move Rag too, because I assume Rag, you're gonna
Yeah.
join the party. Yeah. Oops. All right. You're in the wizard's shop. The wizard says, "Oh, are you successful in your delivery?"
Yes and no.
It was a beautiful tower. We
Okay.
saw it. It
Explain.
was wonderful.
It's glowing very bright in the mountains.
I take it you explained to him sort of what happened.
Yes, we showed up. This apprentice of the guy was there. Entire wall blown out of the tower. It was ablaze and on fire.
What? What happened?
Ask the apprentice.
The apprentice was picking blueberries and mushrooms when apparently
Yeah.
the master decided to blow himself
For
up.
berries, I found some nice. Yeah, and there was a huge explosion sound. It was awful. And then I came back, and the whole tower was exploded and on fire. And there really was nothing left. It was tremendously scary.
It was like somebody experimenting with dragon breath and a barrel of
Dragon
alchemic
breath.
fire at the same time. It was just insane.
Do you still have the book?
Do you have the stuff that we need?
Yes. I mean, I will pay you for your time because clearly you attempted to deliver the book when unfortunately my client had spontaneously lost it. I believe the term they use now.
I am
And the
we are
mana
returning
pool
the
water?
He
book
brought back
and
his
this
apprentice.
apprentice in return for
Well,
the things we
he
need.
agreed to pay you 50 gold. That was agreed upon sum.
And a discount on the mana
uh,
pool water.
yes. Let me get you
Which we
your
can afford a
payout
little better
first.
now.
Shh.
Oops.
Let's not tell him about the
Sure.
money.
What money?
What money?
You guys hear me okay?
When
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
said that,
Yeah, if you said
You
anything
said-
before
I
that,
don't know.
no.
yeah, we didn't hear you
It went
before that.
quiet for a second. I think we were just.
I was reading monster loot tables. Monster. How to?
Research.
That's from
So
Tasha's.
got it. The mana pool was usually around 310 gold. And with your super handy discount, because you were doing favor for the wizard and now you dropped an unwanted apprentice, he'll only charge you 260 gold. Which, oddly, you notice is the $50 gold he paid you in delivery versus the regular amount.
All right.
But you do have that kind of money now, finally. You might neglected to have mentioned to him that you looted the raiders, the previous wizard's strongbox.
Yeah, we
Because that was
definitely
what I did.
wizard.
we definitely
no
leave
Saw
wizard.
no
that
wizard.
a bit of information out the best
It
we
was a-
can.
It was a vacant property, as far as you were concerned.
Ruined.
All these gold coins that have a image of a magic using halfling on them, don't look at those. Don't look at those.
Yeah, it's got a big Thaler image on it. It's his own minted coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, who's feeling irritated and exhausted, will just go ahead and like pitch in 100 gold of that. Be like, all right, guys, who else is pitching in for this?
Dudious is down for 70. So that's 170. What's left?
Rag will pitch in 10 platinum,
Whoa.
100
So
gold.
that's 270 is what we're up to.
Isn't
Yes,
that
that's
out?
what we
That's
need,
over.
and a 10 gold tip.
Nice.
Well, then I'll only donate 90 gold, 9 platinum.
There you go.
I adjusted my gold.
I did too.
I did too.
Ching-chang! I'm carrying that crap. Mana water.
Yeah,
What is it?
I think you have the thistle and the other
I
thing.
have Dream Shade Burn. I have Star Thistle.
Is there
And
a
Mana
place
Pool.
around town to sell the stuff we found, or?
Wait, why didn't it come?
Okay. Yes, I mean, you have
Oh, okay, there it goes.
identified enough other merchants and things where you know you can sell certain goods. You have to decide what you want to sell. The enchanter here does have some items too beyond just what you discussed if you're in a buying mood. Or selling for that matter.
No, since he's a wizard, we could always ask him if he knows somebody that could make or mix up the ingredients for the potion. Unless Ilios has a line on that.
Perform the ritual, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the trick with the ritual, let me go back and look at it. So, you do need advice from a skilled cleric or mage. So he can recommend a guy.
Is
You've
this
got
like
to do it
Dudious?
at a
Oh.
a little more skilled than Udius. A specific lunar phase or celestial event. Active certificate, which he's how to make, but he thinks that's something maybe the Temple of Eo could help with. Or you could just, rely on divine intervention, of course.
That's what I always do.
At the Temple of Eos.
Yeah. So the charms, he's like, I know an enchanter who can make the charm. It can be done in a day or two. They're not that common. They're, maybe 20 gold a piece. They're not that expensive.
And what do the charms do?
The charms are to provide mental fortification for you when you complete the ritual. Shields your mind so the curse doesn't influence you during the curing process.
That it's 20 gold?
Yes.
I'll buy one.
I'll take one of those too.
All right.
Is there a place that we can sell like gems or jewelry?
All right. I will put those in the party sheet as well. So you buy the charm of mental fortitude.
That one for each of us? Was that the?
Yeah, there's
Right.
2 more in the party sheet. So grab one.
Okay.
All right. Everybody has a
My
charm of mental
steel
fortitude.
We are now mentally fortitudinous.
Yeah. Kind of got a feeling it's a scam, but whatever. It's part of a ritual. All right. So the only thing remaining for the ritual is to find the place and have someone who can guide you through it, which the merchant wizard here is not familiar. You need a person.
We have a druid friend out in the forest. We can talk to her.
If we can find her.
Let's go talk to the
hulking as a
evil
bat
druid we
somewhere.
let go and see if she can
Or
recast the ritual that started the whole thing. Yeah.
or we could ask the, was it Temple of Eos or whatever, since they seem to know more about it.
Well, this guy seems to know a guy.
He knows a
Yeah,
guy.
there were two temples of Eo, right? There was the haughty-toddy one that Dudius really liked, but they didn't give you the time of day. And there was the one closer to the fairgrounds where the healing was, where you have a good street cred with them.
Where I
You've been
was
helping out.
working in exchange for the blessing, so that way I can get rid of this damn
Yeah,
exhaustion.
we'll go there.
Yeah.
That's where we'll go.
Okay. So you go to that side of town across the river. You meet up with the people that you know. The priest there, whose name at the moment I remember, says, "You look tired. You look
I'm
really tired
exhausted,
there."
man. I had a horrible dream. I'm exhausted. I think went a little too long without getting one of those blessings. After I get some rest, I'll be back to help out with the med tent, because I know like every year on these like little fairs or something, there's always some extra, healing that
Yeah.
needs to be done.
Yeah, lots of parcels moving back and forth. People get caught up with the carts and all that. All right, so he does his healing ministry on you, removing your current level of exhaustion.
Thank God.
Um,
Feels much better.
yeah, you feel back to normal-ish. You don't rest. Let's see, and the fair is now only a few days away, a day or two. Let's say 2 days away. People start, although it hasn't officially started yet. And in consulting with the priest, lunar is favorable to the ritual that removes the curse is in about a week. You just need a few more changes of the turn of the moon kind of thing. It's like the part he's not sure of is where's the right place to do the ceremony or the ritual. And so you have to do some research on where to perform the ritual.
We'll go to
To
the
have
we'll go to the astrological library. That's where we go.
biblioteca.
Let's stop by the
So
jeweler's.
you can go back to the university. Okay.
We want to sell some gems and
You want to
jewelry.
buy
I'm gonna
or
help out
selling. Okay.
at the healer's tent while they're doing that, to
All
guarantee
right.
our
So
blessings keep going.
And we also have a pirate ship to go investigate too.
you had all kinds of things to do. Yeah.
I think the pirate ship should be the first thing
Chock-a-block
because
full
it's the ritual. We gotta go to the university.
So, Mark, I have a
Yeah.
quick thing for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't share it.
You're not the DM. I mean,
Is there a way to share that with him, Matakure?
Share what?
The thing you
The
gave me,
note?
the monster research.
Oh yeah, you can copy and
It's a
paste
note. I
it
made
in
it
Discord.
public.
Oh, it's a note. Okay. Anyway, so he made a monster research note. It's in Tasha's, but it's not in the players section. So if you want to find it, it's in Tasha's, but it's there in the note. Basically, what it does is it tells you which skill to use when trying to ID a monster. Because I'm going to be doing that pretty much
Okay.
with everything we run across. That's probably my first question, the first round. What do I know about this thing? So I love it as a DM, and I throw it in my hotkey. But if you like it, then it exists.
All right, it's in Tasha, you say?
Yes, it's on page 148 under parlaying with monsters. Again, I don't remember off the top of my head.
But there's a note
What-
already if you just want to steal that one.
Yeah, if you just want to use the note I already created, it's there.
Okay.
Oh, monster research.
Yeah, he called it monster research, but it's under parlaying with monsters.
Well, it's under the parlaying with monsters with the title Monster Research.
Okay.
Aha. Look at that.
And the DC is 10 plus the creature's CR. So, according, I said that's raw. Rules is written, so whatever you want to do.
All right, so you want to identify the monsters that you've
No,
encountered?
I'm saying going forward. Like if we just fought that thing, if it was undead, then I can use either Arcana or Religion.
Yeah, it was undead.
So that's it. That's all it does.
Okay.
Just let you know what skill to use. Tell me to roll.
Cool.
There's a cheat sheet so you can make shit up and not have to, because it's
Alright.
on the sheet.
Yeah, I got you now.
So we got
I just made it whole cloth.
the
It's
I
partial
fair.
makeup.
silence. I thought the silence spell was a wizard spell, but it's not apparently. It's stupid. I don't like it.
What is it? A cleric spell?
No, why you got-
It is bard, cleric, druid of the desert circle, monk, ranger. Everybody except wizard.
So I can take it if you want me to have it. You want me? Cast silence on you anytime you want.
There you go. See, but I was hoping I could cast it because it's a ritual, and I can cast rituals as an action at their normal spell casting time. So I could just have it as a ritual and just be casting silence against like bone nagas. But it's not a wizard spell. So I'm just whining. Ilios is mumbling to himself.
That's super weird.
I was going to buy the scroll while we were in that shop, but then I saw that it's not part of us. I can't have it. So he's stomping his little hoof.
That's too bad. Cone of Silence you can cast from Book Glass spells, but it's a 5th level spell.
And it's not a ritual either. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
When we get
All
there,
right.
I'll probably get it.
So, what did you want to sell? Let me ask that question.
I have a single gem, and Rag has a bunch of gems and a necklace.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to cashify those? Just put them back in the party sheet.
Yo.
I can sell them.
You do 50 or 100 for gems and jewelry?
%.
What do you mean?
Cash in. Do you give
Well,
like 50% or 100?
it depends on your favor of the merchants. Right now, you're at 80% in this town
Nice.
because you did some favors for the merchants at the Grand Bazaar.
We're still
Some
working
point we
on
should
that
probably
too.
check back in on. Like, hey, did you
here.
catch the guy? You still need help.
Another amber.
We turned him over to the guards, or a suspect, anyways. Right.
Boom. All right, more gold. You want me to distribute it?
Nice.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ka-chang, yeah.
That brought us to exactly 700. Nice.
Nice.
No, I don't do no
All right.
good in the party sheet. 175 gold pieces.
You've gotten gold.
So
You
we're
got
looking
gold.
for a small house to buy so we can retire. We're third level.
There you go.
Right, we're done.
We are the
48
highest
platinum.
level adventurers we've ran into, right?
That you know of.
No, whoever's casting that spell on Justin is higher than us. Lesser restoration.
Correct.
I said adventurers.
You're the highest level adventuring party you've encountered. The only adventuring party you've encountered.
Yeah.
Same
Because
thing.
your useless adventurers guild doesn't have adventurers.
I'm a member of the guild though, so they
Which
gave me a
guild?
trophy. He holds up his trophy.
Oh, you know what? You get some extra XP. Forgot to award. I will do that now. All right. So you have done your merchanting. You have disposed of an apprentice. I can remove the apprentice and the wizard because you're not real them. You have gotten the elements necessary to perform your ritual to remove your. You just need to wait for favorable lunar conditions. And I think we're at the end. Unless you have any trivia things you want to do.
We're also gonna go check out the pirate. The pirate on the list of things.
Yeah. That's more than 10 minutes, but yes. So you have a pirate ship to investigate. You have a key to an unknown location.
Oh, there's a clue. He said
I
location.
think it might be to a door lock. I did say location. I dropped a clue. Since you've looked at locks on and it's definitely not that type size for either of those.
Say captain quarters door. Captain's quarters door. Are we
Exactly.
are we getting ready to fall back? Everybody getting ready for the fallback tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn off daylight
Extra.
saving time. Go back to normal time. When it gets dark early in the winter
Yeah,
time.
normal time.
I don't see what the problem with that is.
Yeah, like 4 o'clock.
It's fine. It's winter time. Just think if you lived in Alaska,
No.
daylight saving times would be so just ridiculous, right? It's dark for 12 hours. No, it's dark for 13 now, or whatever.
Do we need the tower image anymore?
Say again?
Do we need the tower image
Do you
anymore?
need it? No.
Why are you unsharing your maps by yourself?
I minimize everything now, and then if the DM doesn't close it, then I see if we need it. So
We will use the
Minimize it, huh?
Westport K map again. You're not finished there.
the coastal town. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use that some more. All right. So, tune in next time. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Let's see if there's somebody we should go raid. Who's out there?
So just as a quick note, if you do get the pets then there'll be a cohort tab on the player sheets, and you can add NPCs there. All you have to
All right,
do
I
as
will
the
take care of
GM
that.
is drag it from the cohorts page on like an Elios to the combat tracker, and then I'll be able to do everything with it.
Sweet. All right, I'll get that set up, and I'll figure out what's up with my Mad Nomad broken extensions and
I got a couple things to look into.
that thing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Mad Nomad stuff, but all mine work. I have journal, improved journal, and inventory stuff, and those
Yeah.
work. Oh, and the trackers, the stats trackers. All those 4 work.
And it was
from
the stat
Nomads.
tracker is the one that broke when we logged in and got the error.
And
Tonight?
you didn't turn
Yeah,
on
it's possible I
CAE, so
loaded the enhanced version.
yeah.
Could be something like that too.
That's
Definitely
weird, 'cause-
don't go by Mark's experience as the status quo. All right, we're gonna go raid
Yeah,
Nat
fair enough.
19 official. They are playing Dungeons and Dragons on Fantasy Grounds. So
Thanks,
that's who-
McClancy. I appreciate it.
yeah,
A lot of
Yeah,
fun.
thank you,
thanks.
sir.
Thanks.
So,
It was fun.
All right, we'll see you in 2.
Yeah. So good night to everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.